Hi, it's Valerie from Comedy Wham, live from the 2023 Lysistrata Comedy Festival at Coldtowne Theater. I am chatting with performers and producers of the festival to bring you a little mini-sode of some of the incredible talent here. Follow Comedy Wham on social media, listen to our podcast, visit our website, and rate and review our podcast. Let's get started. Okay, introduce yourself, where you are based, and how many times you have done the festival.
Amazing. I am Sarah Spear, and I'm based in Austin, Texas, and this is my first year doing the festival. It's been very exciting.
And you're not just performing.
I did perform, but I am also a producer on the festival. I helped out with sponsorships and, just run of show, stage management, making sure everyone was where they needed to be. A little bit of everything, which is what I like doing.
Yeah, Sarah's the one with the clipboard.
I did have a clipboard yesterday, and I felt very official.
It was very impressive. Sarah, what do you think you have personally gotten by being at this festival?
I got a lot out of this festival. First of all, just being surrounded by talented women has been the most fulfilling and invigorating experience. I work in a lot of male-dominated areas, both in and outside of comedy, so knowing there's this huge community here has been absolutely incredible. I think I've also gained just friendships that are all around the country now. I love to travel, and I love to perform in different states all over the place, and I feel like I made some really good connections just to nurture and, build my fun network of awesome comedians. Yeah. So it's just been a really rewarding experience being a part of this.
Very cool. And as somebody who's both performer and a behind-the-scenes producer, what advice would you give to women in comedy?
Just do stuff, even if you don't feel like you're ready for it. Because I didn't realize how involved I was going to end up being in the festival, not just performance-wise, but actually running like an entire day of shows and workshops. But it is something that I'm so glad I did. It's such a valuable experience to have, that if you're thinking about doing something, that means you're already ready to do it. So just do it. The second you have that thought, figure out a way to execute it and go for it.
Amazing advice. Amazing. Now's your time to promote something that means a lot to you.
So I produce shows outside of the festival as well. My big baby that I've been working on for the last year and a half, and actually got to debut at its first festival here at Lysistrata. Thank you. Is Texas Comedy. It is an LGBTQ show featuring Austin and anyone from out of town that happens to be in Austin. We love out-of-towners. We showcase them on a show at the Creek in the Cave, and we do that twice a month, and it's just something that I've loved watching grow. I care deeply about the queer community as a part of the queer community. It's just really important that we have our own space as well. Yep. So yeah, that's my baby right now, and we've got shows, like I said, twice a month, so very exciting.
Yeah. And you just passed your 1 year mark?
Yeah, we're actually about to hit a year and a half. It happens so fast.
Yeah, amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
That. Is there anything else you want to share with people? I'm giving you a bonus question as producer.
Well, come to Lysistrata next year if you're listening.
Absolutely.
Yes, I was going to say, it's just going to get better and better from here. So again, if you're thinking about it, just do it. Just submit. We want to see what you got, and we can't wait to watch this festival grow.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Sarah, tell us where people can follow you and find you.
I am available on Instagram and Twitter, both at Spear Sarah, and that is Sarah with an H. And Spear like Britney Spears, but singular. And yeah, you can find me on all those social media and hit me up. I love hearing from people. I love getting people involved with what I'm doing and being a part of what you're doing too. So reach out. I will answer.
Awesome. And I will add a bonus that if you are having a hard time finding Sarah on social media, just look for the account that has lots of skating videos. She is an amazing skater. It is a lot
of roller skating spam. I love it.
Yes. Let's get started. Okay, introduce yourself, where you're based, and how many times you've been a part of the Lysistrata Festival.
Cool, yeah, my name is Tiana Stuart. I'm based here in Austin, Texas, and this is my first time being involved with the Lysistrata Festival.
Very, very cool. And what is your role as as part of the festival?
Well, my badge says producer. I have been producing the snacks in the green room. And,
very important,
and,
important role.
And breakfast this morning, and just kind of being a helping hand whenever I can.
Yeah. You know, it takes little things to all come together to a big thing. Like we provided water bottles, and I'm like, it just feels like such a drop in the bucket to do that.
Water is so important. I definitely dipped into the water myself a lot, so appreciate that.
Yeah, so all these little things come together to make a big thing.
Yeah, and hydration is so important.
It is, especially when you're performing and you're sweating and whatever. What do you think you've personally gained by being a part of the festival?
Oh, that's an incredible question. I think overall, I think I've been missing that female empowerment or just women collective, just having that community.
Yeah.
Because I think comedy is just so saturated with men.
Yeah.
And so to have that balance, or just like that reinforced yesterday, was so helpful and informative.
Yeah.
And I felt so like strengthened by it.
Yeah.
And so, I definitely feel like I got more out of the festival than I put in. I feel a little bit like a freeloader, but I don't know, just that sense of community and also just, I think relieving myself of the pressure of just being around men in general.
Yeah.
Like showing up and not wearing a bra has been, and not worrying about it, or like, getting to do makeup without worrying about comments or no makeup like today. So I don't know, just not having that built-in, which I hate to admit, the built-in commentary in my head that's been provided by men over the years. So just to kind of like have an entire 4 days without that has been really liberating.
Yeah. You haven't mentioned it, but Tiana, are you a performer?
So I am an actor.
Okay.
And I'm an improviser here at Coldtowne. I did not perform. I mean, I perform a lot, but this time I just wanted to hang back and soak it all in.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay. What advice would you give to women in comedy?
Oh man, these are good questions.
Thank you.
Don't. Can I curse?
Absolutely.
Just don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I have just cared way too much about everything all the time. And that's another thing I got out of this festival, is just seeing a lot of women who are just really fearless and courageous, and they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, now, granted, they care.
Yes.
There's a lot of care that goes in into their craft and their comedy, but they don't give a fuck. And just like, I feel like it's a nice anti-anxiety like remedy. Just like, don't give a fuck. I don't know. That's what helped me, that I gained from this weekend. I guess that would be my advice, is like, do your thing. Do what makes you happy. Like, gives you that good feeling in your chest and that good feeling in your body. Like, just keep doing that.
Yeah. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Okay, now, Tiana, tell us something that means a lot to you that you would like to promote.
So like me personally, that's one thing that has been really occupying my brain lately is my band. It's a newer project, so I'm really excited. And Austin Pets Alive is where I got my dog Frankie. I guess that's what's right here in the front of my brain right now, because I'm trying getting that going. But and also Coldtowne Theater could use any support.
Yeah, you're in the middle of your big fundraiser.
Yeah, so any help to get us a permanent home would be nice, because we're comedians. We have this temporary space, which is great, but that uncertainty is very scary. So help Coldtowne, and of course Lysistrata Fest. That long laundry list of things.
Many things that are important to you.
Yeah, I've got a lot of little pockets in my brain.
Yeah. So, Tiana, where can people follow you on social media and whatnot?
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think these days I live on Instagram the most.
Amen.
Yeah, and what is my handle? I think it's Tiana Stuart _ATX, and I love that sense of community. So that's kind of where I'm living.
Yeah, awesome. Let's get started. Introduce yourself, tell us where you're based, and how many times you've been at this festival.
Okay, my name is Will Cleveland, and I am the artistic director at Coldtowne Theater. and this is my first Lysistrata Comedy Festival.
Very good. And you are not female, right?
I'm not.
It's not.
In fact, I'm trying to embrace my masculinity more and more every day.
Well, thank you for supporting the Lysistrata Festival. What do you think you have personally gained by attending this festival and being part of the production side and being a part of Coldtowne that has luckily welcomed the Lysistrata Festival to its theater?
Well, it's been a joy and a privilege to be around so many women. We love women and we love comedy festivals. It's been some really great shows. I mean, really top-notch, terrific shows. Put my business hat on for a second. It's gotten a lot of exposure for Coldtowne.
Great.
We just reopened here in this space after being closed for 2.5 years. So to see an entire new crowd of people come in and enjoy some comedy has been probably the best part of my weekend.
That's awesome. I'm going to editorialize a little bit that last year the festival was in New Orleans and I got to go there and...
Oh, that's why I didn't go.
You didn't want to go to New Orleans?
I didn't know about it.
It was held at different venues, which for a festival is very challenging unless you're a big beast of a festival like South by and Moon Tower, where you just take over downtown and that's what you do. But I can say from my personal experience, having it all centralized at Coldtowne, and Coldtowne has been so fantastic about the promotion, I think that has really made a difference for making this festival go off so perfectly this year.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a total partnership with the festival. There's a submission process for whatever shows you want to book, and I've known Rochelle for a while, and when I saw the festival in the form of submissions in March of all months, Women's History Month. It was like, it's a no-brainer. We just got to do it. We got to do it, and I'm glad that they didn't try to do too many venues. Because we produce Austin Sketch Fest every year, and for the last several years it's been it was online for 2 years, but it has been in multiple venues, and it's really, really tough to do and tough to get all the audiences to come to all the shows. But this seemed like a good match.
And Coldtowne can say we were there in the early years as it continues to grow and grow, because I think it will. Okay, this is going to be a weird one, but I'm asking everybody the same question. What advice do you have for women in comedy as a male?
Don't quit. I mean, it's my advice for everybody, anybody. Don't quit. Find your joy. That's all I got right now.
Fair enough.
Find your joy. This may be a tough art form to find your joy, because there's a lot of emotion around all the material that we have. But if you can find your joy in everything that's going on, at the very least, you're gonna make some people laugh.
Right.
You may not change the world, but you might make some people laugh, and that's a good feeling.
All right. Well, promote something that means a lot to you, Will.
Promote something
that means a lot to you.
That means a lot to me. We're gonna cut this part out, 'cause I'm thinking. Promote something that means a lot to me. You know what? I'm gonna take a left turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna promote Roe at Zach Theater.
Okay.
It is the Roe v. Wade play. It opens in previews next week. You're gonna have to fill in the dates because I don't know what they are. Look it up.
April something.
Zach Theater with an RE.org. My partner plays Norma McCorvey, who is the famous Jane Roe of Roe v. Wade. And we have some other lovely, talented friends. Jenny Lavery is directing the show, and I'm going to stop there because I'm going to forget people. And it's a ton of folks putting in a ton of work, and it's going to be a fantastic play. I think it's going to be an important play. I I know for sure that Greg Abbott's wife is coming to the show.
Seriously?
He needs to see it,
Yeah.
and everybody needs to see it.
Yeah.
And tickets are going fast. Her name's Amber Quick, by the way. I don't know if I said my partner's name.
Oh.
Amber. Amber Quick. Your listeners know who she is. I don't have to explain.
Yeah. All right. Well, Will, where can people follow you on social media?
They're not going to do
They're
that.
not going to.
They
Okay.
are not going to do that.
All right.
Follow Coldtowne Theater.
There you go.
My name is Maya. I'm one of the producers of the Lysistrata Comedy Festival. And yeah, this is my first year with the festival. I'm here based in Austin. Originally, the festival was founded in New Orleans, and it moved, and I had the privilege of being in the right place at the right time. I'm an producer, so I was a lead sponsor and event manager. Kind of feel like a jack of all trades, so I was like, "Ooh, I got an opinion about this. Okay, this is how we do it. This is how we do it," and like pointing in the direction. So it was really nice just to help out any way I could.
Yeah. What advice do you have for women in comedy?
Get that you're a woman. That's bad. Is that bad? Is that bad? It could be bad. That'd be bad. Forget that you're a woman. I don't think, not as like, who you are does make up who you are, right? So you can't completely forget. But when it comes to, if you're walking into a space and you're feeling nervous about how you're being received, throwing that away, because, yes, definitely absorb women and keep that with you, but just throw all those expectations about what you should or could be, throw that the fuck away and be whoever you are.
Okay, Maya, now it's your time to promote something that means a lot to you.
Hey, I would like to promote Fellowship Improv work to create a monetization
I'm leaving. So sorry. Wonderful to meet you. And we gotta stay in touch and do more things.
Yeah.
And collaborate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, can we have like Zoom copy?
Yeah. Totally.
Zoom copy.
Yes. And thank you for everything. It was so great to meet you. Such a wonderful interview, and just I love and support what you're doing. And I'm excited to. What's the best way to comedy? I follow on Instagram now. Should I be like a YouTube subscriber, or where else should I go to?
YouTube, TikTok, those are the primary places.
Okay, YouTube, TikTok.
Yeah.
Got you. Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. That was actually perfect to capture that.
Can we do it one more time? Just
Let's start over
Yeah.
with that. Okay, and then I'll play around with the audio. Okay, now it's your time to promote something that means a lot to you.
Yeah. So I would like to promote Fellowship Improv. It's something that I'm really proud to have co-founded. We are a player-owned, player-operated improv collective. Our mission is to make improv more accessible to everyone, not only like other players, but the community at large, and to get players in control and monetizing their own art by working together.
Let's get started. Okay, introduce yourself, where you are based, and how many times you've done the festival.
My name is Jess Scott. I am based in Austin, Texas, and this is my second year co-producing the Lysistrata Comedy Festival.
Awesome. And tell me about your role as a producer and behind the scenes person with the festival.
Sure. I do a lot of the social media copy, and I also do a lot of the graphic design work. But that's mainly for our social media and for our printable stuff, our flyers, posters. I kind of am the one who focuses on that side of things. Our other producer, Denise, she focuses on the website itself. But we definitely share a color palette, and yeah, I guess I provide some artistic direction in marketing terms.
Yeah, and everything about when you see anything that's been published or posted on Lysistrata Festival, either the Instagram account, Facebook account, it all has a really nice, cohesive look. It's unique. It's poppy. So good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also I do always like to say that, especially because this year I was, our core team has like doubled in size,
Uh-huh.
and so this year I was feel like I was a cheerleader for the festival as well, and that sounds a little trite, but just because my life this year, 2023, it's a little bit busier, so I definitely still focused on the graphic design and that sort of voice of the brand of the festival. But outside of that, I mean, our core team grew and it doubled, and so I really didn't have to be as on top of so many things as I was last year, and that was just incredible. It left space for me to be that cheerleader, to be um, the person who's just like, hey, we can do these like big, tough things um, together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, having been at last year's festival and this year's festival, I did not notice any decline in your cheerleading skills. You almost stopped at saying, I do the graphic design. I work with Denise, who does the web design, and I was going to say, and you're a great cheerleader.
Well, I thank you, thank you. I never was a cheerleader, which is why I find that such a funny trait. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, putting on the festival is a really big deal, and I know there's uh, Rochelle is really big into paperwork and organizing. I think Denise and Maya were really big into that as well, and growing things, and sometimes that stuff isn't easy, and so you need that positive, upbeat person that says we can do this.
Yeah, yeah. I like to think of myself as the muscle.
Uh-huh.
Even against, just like things that hold us back and obstacles. I'm like the muscle.
Yeah,
I like to be that. Rochelle definitely calls
yeah.
me a dragon, which I really enjoy.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, my next question for you is what do you think you have personally gained by attending the Lysistrata Comedy Festival and being a part of it?
Um, so I definitely feel like I've learned that I personally, I think I might be at a place in my path where I actually am starting to get more dopamine from from getting other people on stage, more than like just more than myself being on stage and doing the thing myself. I think I'm getting more dopamine from getting other people who are eager to like follow that fear, and just like making that happen, um, is really good. And also, like, I am 100% a product of genetic depression, and I always say that like plans are such a great thing for people who have depression. And that sounds really dark, but it just gives you, I know that sounds so terrible, but it is something that goes on in my brain. And you're like, I can't phase out in any form, right? Mentally, physically, whatever. I can't like dip out from this experience because I've got plans.
Yeah.
And so having an annual festival um, where you like can't deny the benefits to the community that you like get so much from. I think it's really healthy, just for me,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, let's turn the tables a little bit. And do you have any advice that you would like to share for women in comedy?
Uh, I I I guess I'm slower to give advice just because one size fits all is like always tough
Hmm.
for me. But I do think that that people, especially women, who on average, I think people and women especially who on average have to work, about 10 weeks more to make their male's equivalent.
Yeah.
paycheck. I think women are just like a lot busier than their male counterparts. And I think that in Western culture, the idea of like going all the time and like the hustle game is really an ideal that is a good one, right? It's a helpful one. It's motivating, but I think sometimes it's like that's the new like that's the new thing to be, is to always be busy, to always be doing things. And I think that sometimes as performers we get kind of like stuck in a circle of doing it even when it's not really like serving us. So I just encourage women, I'm going to get to my point. Just encourage women, I encourage women to quit comedy
Huh.
if at any point they're not getting, if you're not getting your dopamine, do not, if it's not serving you, um, you know, then drop it, because it's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. You're always going to be funny. The scene is always going to be there. The industry is always going to be there. LA, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, you know, all the spots where you could do a springboard step. Yeah, just don't be afraid to quit. I think you everything, you can always come back to it, and so don't be afraid to call it a break, call it a quit, call it whatever you want. Just don't be afraid to walk away if it's not serving you. There's no pressure, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Okay. So now, why don't you tell me something that means a lot to you that you would like to promote?
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you. I am in a band called Sub Par Snatch, and it is an indie punk band that I'm in with my husband and our dear friend Nate Ribner. We're a three-piece, no guitars, and we just recently released an EP, and you can find it on all music streaming platforms. It's called Snatched.
Huh, very cool. And what is your instrument of choice?
I play the vocals.
Ah,
Yes, I play the
I could
vocals.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a singer-songwriter, so we all write the songs collectively, which is pretty cool. I think we're a bunch of people who have been like hired guns for other people's projects, and we've not all been able to be, you know, the main decision maker. And in this, we can all be the decision makers, and it's pretty fun. You know, it's very unique.
Yeah, for sure. Very congratulations on having that project for yourself.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Okay, Jess, where can people follow you?
I would say I am on Instagram at Jess Gut.
All right, very good. Let's get started. Introduce yourself, where you're based, and how many times you've done the festival.
I'm Denise Jena. I'm based in LA now. I spent a long time doing sketch comedy in New Orleans, and this is our second year, and I was there from the beginning, so it's my second year too.
Yeah, and what has, oh great, we've got some siren activity in the background here. We're recording outside the theater. Maybe it'll calm down. What do you think your role has been with putting together the festival?
A lot of operational stuff, so like creating documents and keeping track of them, creating like downloading lists from all the people who submitted on Film Freeway. I built the website too.
Amazing website, by the way.
Thank you.
Kudos.
Staring at everyone's headshots for months, trying to arrange them on the website so they look good. And yeah, it's been a lot of like, because I'm at a distance from Austin, it's a lot of computer work.
Yeah. Well, you've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
As somebody who likes organization and an artistic look of things, you've nailed everything. What do you think you have personally gained by being a part of this festival, as performer, as producer?
Getting back on stage doing improv for the first time in like 5 years was nice. And then also just getting to meet new people from all over the country doing comedy and
seeing like how satisfied they are with coming to the festival feels good, because we put so much work into it. And being like, oh, good, we can do this again next year, and people will show up.
Oh, for sure. And as I am down the list of probably 10 or so of these minisodes, I can tell you these are going to speak for the festival for next year. They're going to be a commercial for many years to come, because everybody gets something different out of it, and it's all a very positive experience. So
good.
You and the producer should be very proud of what you've put together.
Yes. Currently we're exhausted.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about 2024 for a month or so.
Yeah.
Right? What advice would you give to female performers, Denise?
I think sometimes I've noticed female stand-ups sort of altering their voice to sort of fit the boys club better. I would say don't do that.
Yeah.
Definitely be willing to be vulnerable, and think of it, comedy is an art, just like drawing or making movies and stuff like that. So I think all art is better when it comes from a place of vulnerability.
Would you like to promote?
It would just be this festival right now.
These kind of the inner workings. Is there anything else you would want listeners to know about the festival?
We'll be excited to see your face next year if you decide that you want to submit.
Yeah, very good. Or attend.
Yes.
Plenty of male support as well.
Most of our
really
volunteers
nice.
were guys.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
nice.
Yeah, very affirming. All right, Denise, where can people follow you or find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram at Denise Jena, Jena.
Okay, very good. Tell us your name, where you're based, and how many times you've been at the festival.
Okay. My name is Rochelle McConico. I am based in Austin, Texas. I am the lead producer.
Are you just thrilled?
Am I just thrilled? I think I'm more than that. Like, I have been kind of away from everything, well, like moving and shaking during the festival. And just to, like, this morning I was crying because I got a note, like a thank you note, and I was like, we're like really creating something that makes people feel good and joyful, and that's wonderful. What a gift.
What do you think you, Rochelle, have personally gained out of being a part of this festival?
Well, I think being the time in my life, like this particular period of time has been very stressful, and I had to depend on other people to get things done, and I was able to put my trust in the producers and the group of people that know me, that come to the festival because they love me and they know me, that it would be all right. Like, everyone that was coming in was like, you all right? You need anything? What's happening? I can help. I'll come. Stephanie Ray's our headliner, one of our headliners, and she comes and she's like, if you need me to get on the stage and just do something for a minute, freestyle to keep it going, I will do it. And I've learned to trust and give some tasks to other people.
Yeah. And last year the festival was in New Orleans, and it has been nice to see the whole influx from the New Orleans comedy scene come in to support you here in Austin.
Yes. Half friends will travel. And they came and not came like a question. It wasn't a question mark. It was like, the festival's happening. They're like, we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And so having Austin and New Orleans mix. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I wanted to tell you is I'm so used to seeing you as a solo performer on a stage, and you just own the stage. Everybody is captivated by you, and I love that. But what I really loved is last night, the closing performance of the 8 female black improvisers on a stage, and I'm like, oh my God, Rochelle kind of didn't take the limelight like I'm so used to, but it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. How amazing was that moment?
Oh my goodness. So Stephanie was like, hey, that was the Untamed Women of Improv.
There you go.
And Stephanie Ray was the headliner, and No Lie Comedy came out with Ashley Branch, TK Fairley, and Nita Sharice. And then Fellowship Improv was there with Lex and Maya. And then I'm I'm just on there for a little seasoning, you know what I'm saying? And so it was really nice to be able to give them the leeway to do whatever they were going to do and know that it was going to shine. I always tell people, you should come. So when I tell you to come see somebody, you should come see them, because I'm funny, but I'm surrounded by stars.
My next question for you, Rochelle, is what advice do you have for women in comedy?
I think we need people. I think that a lot of times we think to go alone in stuff, and I think it's a falsehood. Even if it looks like someone is standing by themselves in the limelight, they probably have a team of people that help them be who they are and support them and have that space to be able to be like, this is hard, I'm tired, I'm scared, I'm whatever. You need your crew of people that you can truly depend on, that are not judging you or what have you, because that will be the base that keeps you going when things outside get tough.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's stand-up or improv or whatever, if you're doing it and you're putting a lot of energy into it, eventually, you know, things happen, right? There's always setbacks.
Absolutely.
And you need, in those setbacks, somebody to call and be like, Valerie, I don't know how to do this. I want to be on Moon Tower. How you make the phone ring? Is it sleeping with your volunteers? I'm kidding.
We got you there, didn't we?
We did. We did get there.
April 2023. You'll see Rochelle at Moon Tower Comedy Festival.
Yes. Also, I was joking about the sleeping with the volunteers thing. Okay. All right.
Only consensually.
Yes, consensually.
Yeah. So if they do call you.
Oh, yeah, I don't want them to stop the phone from ringing, though. Yeah. But, you know, it's lovely over here. Let the phone ring, okay?
Okay, promote something that means a lot to you.
Lysistrata Comedy Festival will be coming back next year, 2024. We already starting to plan it. We have lots of new ideas popping up, so we'll see what actually comes to fruition. I'm excited about that.
I just want you to know, Denise says she's not thinking about planning just yet. She's exhausted.
I'm like, Denise, no, literally, everybody's like tired. We can barely open our eyes, and I'm like, can you make a Slack channel that says 2024? Other thing that means a lot to me. I'm going to be on Moon Tower. That's going to be super exciting. Let's go, Austin. Y'all about to be up for a good time.
A class?
I am teaching at Coldtowne now. The class is already sold out, so we will be doing some more classes. I also do at Fellowship Improv. We have a BIPOC jam. There's like a jam and a workshop, and so I lead exercises there. At Hideout, coming in the fall, I'll be directing some shows, so look for chances to audition. So I'm putting all my projects, all my babies, I'm birthing them. So stay tuned, because there's always something else on the horizon.
Amazing. And if you're lucky, you'll get to see her commercial for Total Wine, right?
That's right.
Oh,
That's
so
right.
Cute.
And they gave me that jumpsuit.
Oh, nice.
So if you see me, I'm gonna just be walking around in it all the time, like Total Wines, baby.
Well, thank you for checking out this mini-sode. Hope you enjoyed getting to know one of the many great performers. And by the way, I just re-interviewed her, so you can find her 2 episodes on Comedy Wham Presents here at the 2023 Lysistrata Comedy Festival. Follow Rochelle. Did I ask you where people could follow you? I think I forgot to.
Rochelle_War, WAR on Instagram. And I'm on Facebook, but we all old enough to be on Facebook. Some people are still on Facebook. I'm Rochelle McConico.
Awesome. Follow her, follow us on social media at Comedy Wham, and keep supporting women in comedy.
Woo!
And keep supporting women in comedy.
You better.
Yeah!
We're going to have to defibrillate them in a minute, because they about to pass out their chair.